whether I go anywhere in the night or in the day or in the scorching heat or during the rainy season, I find that all over the country, all over dear friends from the media are all there, and I think they have a very hard task to do. We keep criticizing them if they will not publish a good story, but I always take that bad story also as a blessing in disguise, and I'll also try to learn something out of it. So it's a very privileged occasion for me that I am getting this great opportunity to be with all of you, to be able to share my views and thoughts with all of you in one single go. And you see, Lucknow for me is like not that I was ever born here, but we have a very, very special type of respect for this city in our heart and soul. And for me, it is because of the fact that when I recall all my best teachers in my medical college and my life, whether when we were in the medical college or whether when we were out of the medical college, I can recall that a large majority of them, or most of them, owe their greatness and their great intellectual capabilities because they all belong to the King George's Medical College. And that's why we have a special feeling of respect for this city. But I was just wondering, I know about CDRI at least for a couple of decades. I know about the great work that has been done here. I have been reading about it at least for 2-3 decades now. And you will be surprised that I may have visited Lucknow not less than 500 times if I count it in my life. Because my room partner in medical college, in GSVM Medical College, he belonged to Lucknow. And every Saturday evening we used to ride from Kanpur to Lucknow on a motorcycle and go back on a Monday morning to attend the morning lecture at 8 o'clock. But when I see that it took almost 6 decades, or maybe at least after entering the medical college, you say something like 4 decades to be able to come to this very prestigious place. I think out of all the so many CSIR labs, I think this is probably the heart and soul of what we are trying to do. Others are also doing so much of good work. But at least I have been associated with the field of health also for over 4 decades now. And heart over the 4 decades has become like a heart, and this health has become like a heart and soul for me. An area which is like passion, and all my activities, achievements, accomplishments, national, international, they have all been in the field of health. And now, for the last 5 months, when I have taken this new responsibility of being the Science and Technology Minister, and have come to this institute, I feel it's just like some sort of a homecoming, because here I can derive that passion for health issues also being successfully implemented, and of course the science and the research part of all these great activities. I don't want to repeat and talk about the various accomplishments. You have just now seen a film. Even if you had not seen this film, each one of you knows 100 times more about the achievements and the success of this particular institute where we are here right now, what they have been able to achieve over the last 6 decades, and I would say it's now over 6 decades. Dr. Nityanand was telling us in the morning, we had a detailed brainstorming discussion, one of the most valuable advices from our seniors, that we got independence on 15th of August, 1947. And the decision to establish institutes like this was taken within 8 days. That was 23rd of August, 1947. And this institute was officially born on 17th Feb 1951. So it's, I think, a great tribute to those great leaders, the then Prime Minister, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, the then Science and Technology and Industries Minister, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. And in the morning I could see the photographs of the presidents of India who came to this place, whether it was Dr. Rajendra Prasad ji or later Dr. Radhakrishnan and so many others. And when I look at your present strength and look at the record, over 10,000 publications and over 450 very able and dedicated people doing PhD right now, with more number being associated with their activities, and so many doctors, researchers, everybody here. And imagine the number which might have contributed, the people like here, Dr. Nityanand, who have toiled hard over the last 6 decades to put in all their heart and soul to bring this institute to this level, where we can say that we are also not inferior to anybody else in the world. We can also discover drugs, we can also develop them, we can also deliver them ably, and we can do them with involvement of the best possible abilities and acumen. And that we have, I think, shown to the rest of the world. I had gone to a lab where our very enthusiastic head of the department said, in the next 5 years or so, even in the field of herbal medicine, I will make sure that every plant in the country which is worth testing and analyzing and sort of converting into a positive herbal activity, we will finish that task in 5-6 years. I wish she gets success in that, but this is the spirit that the country needs now. And without going into the nitty-gritty, since I said you know much about it, I think there is definitely a need to develop the herbal medicines also in a big way. I don't know how much many of you may have gone into the depths of Ayurveda, but in spite of being a doctor of modern system of medicine, I tried to go deep and deep into the power of Ayurveda and found that it was something so thorough and something so comprehensive. And it was the real storehouse of medical knowledge, not only for India, but also for the rest of the world. It had the capability to keep you healthy for 100 years. And if you get into the detailed history, you will find that in the 9th century, the whole knowledge was translated into the Arabic and the Persian languages by the order of the Khalifa of Baghdad, because they found it so useful and so thorough. And then in the 17th century, the Europeans translated this knowledge into the European languages. And many of the things that we read in modern medicine today, you go deep into Ayurveda, you will find a lot more details of them in the history of Ayurveda. So this is one field about which over the years I have also developed a very great passion to be able to really deliver this in its original and the best form to the people of India. Because as you all know, we have already had over 65 years of independence. The World Health Organization said something sometimes in the 70s that they should be able to achieve the goal of health for all by the year 2000. But even in 2015 we are struggling for many things. You look at our own statistics in a country like India, which has so much of knowledge, manpower, people, delivery systems, governments. 83% of women are still anemic. And unfortunately, if you analyze them further, you will find that 13.5% of these severely anemic women become pregnant, that becomes critical for them. It's the most unfortunate. The average caloric intake of Indian is still far less than what he should get, 2,250 calories only.